Folks, welcome back for week 5. It's Don
and John's Picks.
John, let's start off with you. How did last week go? The people are dying to hear.
Well, Donnie, I said we were going to turn things around, and that's exactly what we did. We ended up back in the black. Things went well, finishing 5-3-1, a little push there on the Bills game, but most importantly, we turned around the anchor pick of the week. We now got a 1 in the good column, currently sitting at 1-3, and I can't wait to just keep the train rolling this week. How about yourself, Donnie? How'd it go?
I think we need a round of applause.
Thank you.
Yes, the anchor pick, particularly.
Most people started their season with week 1. It looks like my season started week 4. So here we go.
It took 3 weeks to calibrate. That's all right. Plenty of season left.
That's right. How about yourself? How did it go last week for you?
You know, got out a winning record by the skin of my teeth. 4-3, 2 pushes this week. Bills pushed, obviously. And the Luscious Lock settles our first non-win. We didn't lose. We pushed with that game in England. But, you know, I would have really liked to be 4-0. But, hey, a push is a push. We're still undefeated. 3-0-1. Whatever. I'll take it. Let's end on a positive note. Take us right into Thursday night football. We got the Colts. We're struggling. At the Broncos. Some might also say are struggling. Spreads 3.5 favoring the Colts. Over under 42. John, what are you thinking on this?
Well, Donnie, this is pretty on brand for Thursday Night Football. 2 teams that no one is really excited to watch right now, especially considering it looks like Indianapolis will be without Jonathan Taylor. So it doesn't help the entertainment factor, and doesn't help the Indianapolis Colts either here. I was kind of thinking Colts, but it's tough to be confident about either team here. The no Jonathan Taylor thing here, I think, puts me over the edge. So I'm going to take Denver at home here, -3.5. We'll see. I think this is going to be an ugly, low-scoring, close game, but I'm thinking Denver can get it done. Hopefully that half point doesn't kill me, but we're going to go with it. Denver -3.5, and as I mentioned, low-scoring. The over/under 42 here. I'm taking the under, Donnie. So that's what we're going to see. We'll see what happens here on Thursday night. What are you thinking happens here at Mile High Stadium?
I'm thinking, honestly, I know the Colts are in trouble. Without JT, I'd expect this line to be a little bigger. So, you know what? I think the books are tricking and begging some people to take Denver -3.5. I'm not going to lie. I smell some cheese. I smell a trap. It's a bit of a mouse trap, a rat trap line, if you will. I don't know. Colts, I think they're going to be more unpredictable without JT. You know, maybe running back rises to the occasion. Maybe Matt Ryan finally starts moving the ball. Whatever. This is just a gut pick. Colts +3.5 on the road. I think they might lose, but I think they can cover that 3.5. I think I like that half point being on my side. I could see this, last minute field goal winning this. Do agree with you on the under 42 all day. This is going to be a snoozer. I don't know what it's been these Thursday night and even Monday night games. Seems only games somewhat exciting lately. We had the Sunday night Chiefs, but yeah, Colts 3.5, under 42, and I think that means we got a bit of a half and half.
That's right.
Half and half.
A split census, if you will, to start off this primetime week. So we'll see what happens on Thursday night, but we now move right on into another 1 o'clock Sunday matchup for our Buffalo Bills. Back at home, we're hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are struggling, so much so that they have benched our old friend, or our current friend, Mitch Trubisky, Mitchy Titties.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, kind of a bummer. We'll see him on the bench. I mean, I'm sure he'll get I'm guessing an ovation whenever he runs out, for warm-ups or whatever. But we'll be missing him out on the field, I would say. Don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a bit of a bittersweet homecoming. He's going to start on the bench, but hey, you know what? I'm going to just lead right into my pick. talking about Mitchie. Kenny Pickett might get so buried that we might see Mitchie back in the third or fourth quarter if it gets too ugly.
Solid possibility.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills minus 14 all day. Can he pick it? Yes, Poyer can, and he might. He might get 2 more picks against this rookie QB. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm also going with the under 46.5. Now, I feel like books, you parlay those together, the win margin there is so slim, you might get some nice value. But, if there's a prop for Pittsburgh not scoring a touchdown all game, put your money on it. They might get 3, they might get 6. I don't see them getting in the end zone against this Buffalo defense. And Buffalo keeps rolling. Bills minus 14, under 46.5. Mitchie comes in the fourth quarter, and maybe we can all give him a round of applause. We'll see. John, what do you think about that?
Well, you're right, Donnie. This spread does scream the potential of it getting ugly, and ugly to the point where we could see Mitch Trubisky, whether it's just from bad play from Pickett or, I don't know, our defense is just fierce. You might get knocked out. I don't know what's going to happen, but I do think the Bills cover this spread easily. Give me the Bills minus 14. I think we're going to see a lot of points, but it's going to be totally one-sided here. So 46.5, I think we're going under. I predict very few points from our opponents here. So Bills under, and it looks like here with the Bills game, Donnie, we have a consensus pick.
Beautiful.
Beautiful indeed. Consensus Bills. Feeling good about that one.
Love it. Okay, you know what? We're rolling right now. We're on a roll, and let's keep rolling like we're rolling downhill. Right into Sunday night, we got a divisional matchup. We got a couple of divisional matchups in the primetime slot.
Yep.
All right, Bengals with Joe at the Ravens. Ravens are favored minus 3, over under 48.5. John, where do you stand on this divisional matchup?
Well, Donnie, definitely looking forward to this game. I think it's going to be a closely contested matchup. Very tough to call here. I like the Bengals, but I have a hard time betting against Lamar Jackson with how hot he's been lately. I think he's going to be foaming at the mouth after coming off a tough loss at home last week to the Buffalo Bills, of course. So I have a tough time betting against him here. So I'm gonna back Lamar getting it done at home, covering the 3 points. So give me Baltimore minus 3. Over under, as he said, 48.5. I think this will be a close game, and I think the offenses start hitting it. So give me the over here, Donnie. What are you thinking here? Are we in consensus or we split on Sunday nights?
John, I know us getting in consensus too much makes us nervous, but I'm loving what I'm hearing. I don't know, again, doing the math, knowing how the books work, what the books tell me with this is they don't see an edge on either time, skill-wise. The only edge they see in this game is the whole home field advantage.
Yep.
Because 3 points is the automatic deduction for home field advantage. I disagree with that. I think Baltimore has the edge. I think they do. Could their secondary get torn up by Joe? Yes, but I think they're also going to get torn up by Lamar, and they got a bit more useful of a quarterback. I think they can get a pass rush on Cincy. Their offensive line still isn't good, and Joe's just not as mobile as Lamar, so I'll give him the edge there. Give me Baltimore minus 3. And yeah, over 48.5. Not going to think about it too much. Two bad defenses. I think the only reason we didn't see that Bills game go over was the weather. If there's not weather like that, it goes over easy. It sounds like 2 in a row we have a consensus pick. Wow, 2 in a row. I feel good about it this week, though, because we're both trending in the right direction. We're both trending strong.
Trending strong indeed. Yes. Heading into the final primetime matchup of the week, Donnie. I'm talking about Monday Night Football. Another divisional matchup here. We got a great one. The Raiders at the Chiefs. Chiefs favored 7 points we're looking at here. And the over-under currently set at 51. Donnie, the Chiefs, once again for another year, looking hot, high-flying offense. But historically speaking, somehow the Raiders find a way to give them trouble in these regular season matchups. So do you think we'll see some interesting results here, or do you think the Chiefs get it done at home?
I think the Chiefs get it done at home. They've looked good, and especially against a Tampa Bay defense that was nothing to laugh about. They looked strong to start off of. They went in the season ranked high. You know, I think Chiefs were just all over them. I'm going to take the Chiefs -7. I can't overthink this. The Raiders just haven't looked good. They haven't looked good. They squeaked out I think they beat the Broncos last week. Squeaked that out.
Yep.
Yes, they have so many games they've played the Chiefs close, but the Chiefs at home, I got to take them. And I'm actually taking the under 51 on this. I don't think the Raiders offense gets a ton going. I think this is a different Chiefs defense. You know, I think this is one that also might get out of hand. The only thing that worries me is Carr is known to be one of those guys that's very good at putting up the garbage time points. You know, they might be down 30-10, looks like an easy cover, and you know, Carr starts acting like, you know, they're going to score 20 points in 4 minutes. So I'm sticking with my guns. Chiefs -7, under 51, under the Monday Night Lights. John, what are you with me? You against me? How you feeling?
Well, Donnie, I'm going to take the Raiders here. And similar as you, but on the other side, I'm not going to think about it too hard. I'm looking at in the past, I'm looking at the history here, and one way or another, we've seen it before, the Raiders just figure out how to give the Chiefs a tough enough time. Whether they win or not, we're talking about the Raiders +7 points here. So I think they're going to find a way to cover here at Arrowhead Stadium. And I'm also with, well, let's see. Did you take the under?
I took the under, I did.
You took the under?
Yeah, we're completely
We're pretty
yeah.
split here because I'm taking the over here. I think there's gonna be a lot of touchdowns. It might not end up being that close of a game, but as you mentioned, the garbage time, I think we're gonna see them go over this 51. So give me the Raiders, give me the over, and for the first time this week, we got a DJ split.
Oh, okay. That was a good primetime picks. We had a bit of everything. Some half and half, some consensus, and on a split.
That's right.
I like diversity. We got to diversify our portfolio, so no problem with that.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yes. Now, this week, I think we have to stick with what we did last week. Start with the anchor pick. It seems we've found our way out of iceberg-ridden waters, and now we're on the clearer skies, less stormy seas.
That's right, Donnie.
John, are we headed towards even nicer weather? Where are we going?
Well, Donnie, I'm looking ahead and I see nothing but sandy shores. Might even be Margaritaville over there.
Oh, wow.
But over here, I can see what I believe to be, it's definitely some buried treasure over there. We're going to sail right over there this week. Week 5, your anchor pick of the week here, folks. I got the Philadelphia Eagles heading across the country to visit the Arizona Cardinals. And Philadelphia, as we know, the only remaining undefeated team in the whole league. They are hot. They are looking real good on both sides of the ball. The spread here really not scaring me away, though. Philly -5 on the road. As I mentioned, they're going all across the country, but Arizona doesn't really scare me here. I know last week they got it done for us in the anchor pick, covering a small spread of -1. Thank you to the Arizona Cardinals, but now I'm banking on them falling flat on their face at home against this white-hot Philadelphia Eagles team. So anchor pick of the week, give me the Eagles -5, and we're going to go see that buried treasure right over there, Donnie.
Right.
Lock it in.
All right. Love it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Feeling good about it. The anchor pick is on the right path. We'll see you with 2 and 3 next week, and we're going to keep this train heading right in the right direction. But now we have our final, very exciting pick of the week. The Luscious Lock, Donnie, has been very hot. Currently sitting at 3-0-1 on the season. Can we keep it rolling here or what? What are the Luscious Locks telling us this week?
Yes, indeed. Luscious Locks have been hot. We didn't cool off completely. There's still some embers going. But, it seems some wind came in, blew a push our way in London. That's okay. We're back in the States. We're going to one of the most painfully American cities ever, where all people care about is beauty. Luscious Locks. I think it's only right that my Luscious Lock should go there into their house and fade them. That's right, we're fading the LA Rams in LA. And who are we going with? The boys, our boys. They were one of the best boys to bet on last season. I mean, I think they were my lock of the week 2 or 3 times. So many times in primetime we had them. They were a covering machine, even though they would lose all the time. 5.5 points is too much. I saw with my own 2 eyes how awful this Rams offensive line is. Cowboys, you got a great defensive rush there. Good defensive squad. I don't care if they throw to Cooper Kupp 20, 25 times. He stacks up 300 yards himself. They're not getting the ball to anyone else. And Cooper Rush, I think, is going to win the battle of the Coopers. Give me the Cowboys. Give me the boys on the road. They keep rolling. You know, between you and me, I like the money line a lot too. It's like plus 190, 195, depending on the book. I might sprinkle a little bit. Official pick, though, is plus 5.5 for the boys. Money line sprinkle. I'll put in some small font. That's going to be up to you. I'm going to be doing it, but it's not an official pick. This is just a side for fun pick. And I plan on leaving LA with, you know, some Luscious Locks in my hand. They aren't mine, but someone else's. One of these LA Rams pretty boys. The Cowboys come in with a 6-shooter, just like, pow! You know, just shoot the hair right off their head. No one dies or gets hurt, but just snatch it away. Ride off into the sunset. Right back across the desert to Dallas, Texas.
Donnie, I'm loving it. As mentioned before, the Luscious Locks are hot, and it's looking like it's going to be luscious in LA this week. Give us the Rams. And that does it for us this week, folks, for Week 5 action with Don and John's picks. Shout out to our sponsor, BetUS. Be sure to check them out and always bet with BetUS. And we'll see you next week for more from Don
and John's
picks.
That's right. Gamble responsibly, folks. And this train never stops.